Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this cute little ghosty and pumpkin. It's a very fast and easy project that's so much fun to make. I'm sure you'll want to make a whole family of them. You can use any yarn and crochet hook that you like. A bit later in the video, I'm going to show you how to make this cute little ghost even cuter if that's possible. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell so that you don't miss out on future videos. And please let YouTube know that you enjoy my content by giving this video a thumbs up. Now grab your crochet hook and yarn and let's have some fun crocheting. I wanted my ghost to have a really tight fabric, so I used Joann's Big Twist Value yarn and a size C or 2.75 millimeter crochet hook. By working with a smaller hook than recommended on the yarn label, you'll get a nice tight fabric and it can stand up on its own. You can also use wire to help it stand up on its own if you want, and I'll show you that later in the video. We start with a magic ring. I'll leave a link to my magic ring video in the description box below. Chain 1 to secure the ring. For round 1, we'll put 6 single crochets into the ring. Some of the video may be a little shaky, I apologize, but because I was crocheting so tight, it was difficult getting my crochet hook into some of the stitches. I'm also using the single crochet cross stitch, which is a variation of the single crochet stitch. This also gives you a nice tight fabric with fewer gaps. Your first round should look like this, so go ahead and tighten your ring. Round 2 is an increase round. To do an increase, put 2 single crochets into the same stitch. To work a single crochet, insert your hook under both top loops of the next stitch. Yarn over, pull up a loop. Yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. Put a second single crochet into that same stitch to finish your increase. We'll be working in continuous rounds, so you'll want to place a stitch marker in the first stitch. Continue putting 2 single crochets into the next 5 stitches. At the end of this round, you'll have a total of 12 stitches. We start round 3 with a single crochet in the first stitch. I'll demonstrate how to do the single crochet cross stitch. Insert your hook into the stitch, yarn under, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through both loops on your hook. It's just like a regular single crochet, except we substitute the first yarn over with a yarn under. We'll do an increase in the next stitch, which is 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Place your stitch marker in the first stitch. We repeat that sequence 6 times. Single crochet, followed by an increase. Single crochet, followed by an increase. At the end of the round, you should have 18 stitches. We start round 4 with a single crochet in the first 2 stitches. Place your stitch marker in the first stitch. Increase in the next stitch, which is 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Repeat the sequence 5 more times. 2 single crochets followed by an increase. We're at the end of the round, so increase in the last stitch. And your work should look like this at the end of round 4. Pause the video, and for rounds 5 and 6, you'll do 1 single crochet in each stitch with a total of 24 stitches. We start round 7 with a single crochet in the first 3 stitches. Place your stitch marker in the first stitch. Increase in the next stitch. Repeat the sequence of 3 single crochets followed by an increase 5 more times. You'll have a total of 30 stitches at the end of the round. Do your final increase in the last stitch of the round. Your work should look like this. Before continuing with the next rounds, we secure the beginning tail by doing a double or triple knot close to the fabric. Pause the video. For rows 8 and 9, you'll do one single crochet in each stitch for a total of 30 stitches. Resume the video at the beginning of round 10. Before we start round 10, we'll give our little ghostie some eyes. We'll be placing the eyes between rows 7 and 8 with 3 stitches in between. I'll mark the 2 areas where I'm going to insert the eyes by wiggling a yarn needle into the stitch to loosen it up a little bit. I'll be using 6mm safety eyes, but you could also use beads or felt. Insert the eye into the stitch, making sure you push it all the way through. Take the end cap that comes with the eyes and place it on top. Push it down until it's firm to the fabric. This little ghostie is looking pretty darn cute. We start round 10 with a single crochet in the first 4 stitches. Place your stitch marker in the first stitch. Increase in the next stitch. Repeat the sequence of 4 single crochets followed by an increase 5 more times. At the end of the round, you'll have 36 stitches. Pause the video. For rounds 11 and 12, you'll do one single crochet in each stitch of each round. You'll have a total of 36 stitches. Resume the video at the beginning of round 13. We start round 13 with a single crochet in the first 5 stitches. Increase in the next stitch. Repeat the sequence of 5 single crochets followed by an increase 5 more times. You'll have a total of 42 stitches. For round 14, you'll put 1 single crochet into each stitch with a total of 42 stitches. Resume the video at the beginning of round 15. Round 15 is the last round. I'll be using this fabric covered floral wire that you can find in the floral department at any craft store. Using a wire is optional. This will give me control over how the ghost looks and stands. I insert the wire into a stitch and just bend it downward or upward, depending on how you're looking at it, to keep it in place. Hold the wire at the top of your last round of stitches and then put 1 single crochet in each stitch of the round by including the wire in your stitch. Pause the video and continue with 1 single crochet in each stitch. I'll meet you at the end of the round. You can bend the ends of the wire to blend in with your stitches. I'll do my last single crochet, and I was going to stop here, so I cut my yarn to fasten off, but because we worked in continuous rounds we had that uneven edge, so I did a slip stitch in the next 4 stitches before fastening off. At the end of the round, we'll do an invisible finish. Cut your yarn, leaving a small tail. Thread the yarn onto a yarn needle. Insert the needle from bottom to top into the next stitch. Pull the yarn toward you and to the left and insert the needle between the 2 top loops of the last stitch completed. Pull that through and make any adjustments so that it's the same size as your other stitches. Use your fingers to bend the wire and make your little ghostie look more realistic, like he has movement to his sheet. Our little ghostie is looking pretty cute, but you can customize him by giving him some blushed cheeks, some eyelashes, eyebrows, a mouth. Use your creativity to customize your little ghostie. Now we'll give our little ghostie friend an accessory in the shape of a pumpkin. With orange or whatever color you want to use for your pumpkin, chain 10. For the first row, we'll slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. I'll be working into the bumps on the back side of the chain. Slip stitch in the second chain from the hook. Single crochet in the next stitch. Half double crochet in the next 5 stitches, single crochet in the next stitch, slip stitch in the last stitch. Chain 1 and turn your work. For the remaining rows, we'll be working into the back loop only. Slip stitch in the first stitch, single crochet, half double crochet in the next 5 stitches, single crochet, slip stitch in the last stitch. Pause the video and repeat row 2 until you have 20 rows. At the end of your last row, do not fasten off. Fold the pumpkin in half so that the first and last rows are together. Line up the stitches and slip stitch the 2 rows together in each stitch along the edge. Chain 1 and fasten off. Tie the 2 tails together. Thread a new piece of yarn onto a yarn needle. Work a running stitch along the edge of the pumpkin, weaving your needle up and down about every other row or so. Finish by bringing your needle up right next to where you started. Pull the two tails together to close the hole. If you have a small hole remaining, just sew that closed. Turn the pumpkin right side out so that your tails and knots are on the inside of the pumpkin. Start stuffing your pumpkin. We'll use a running stitch along the top edge of the pumpkin, just like we did for the bottom. Make any adjustments to the stuffing and pull the tails together to close the pumpkin. You can crochet a stem, but I chose to use a pipe cleaner. I cut it to about a 1-inch length and folded it in half. Hide any tails by threading them onto a yarn needle and inserting them inside the pumpkin coming out the side. Insert the stem into the pumpkin. You can always use a little Fabri-Tac glue if you need to. That completes your little pumpkin. This Halloween project was so much fun to make. You can add to them by giving them a hat or other accessories. And to make it even more fun, you can enjoy your little ghosties at night by inserting a battery-operated tea light inside. Please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment, and watch out for more crafty and crochet videos coming out soon.